Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast, and you're listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And I have my fam bam say, hey y'all.
Yes.
So what's good, peoples?
What's goody?
Nothing, man. I'm here trying to get over this Black Panther high.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's slowing down now. Everybody kind of leveling out about it. But I did want to talk about this Drake God's Plan, son. That video.
Oh my gosh. Yo, I'm in love with Drake now.
I mean, it took the cake for me. This video, when I watched it, I was like, yo.
I had to watch it like
mad respect.
5 times. And I was just crying. My kid showed me like, actually I take that back. One of my friends sent it to me like, yo, did you see this video? And I'm like, okay. And I already kind of started liking the song. Mm-hmm. My son played like 1,000,000 times. And I don't know why they really catch me the words, but then I'm like listening to it one day and I'm like, shoot, for me it was like a spiritual song. You know, I was having my hype up moment one day in the car, and I'm just like really feeling like everything he was saying. And then the video came out and I seen the video to go with it, and I'm like, Drake, you did it. You did it, Drake. You did it, like, for real. I mean, I got nosy. I even Googled the people that was in the video to see if it was like real.
So was it real?
Yeah, like one of the girls, she has an Instagram, and I was looking at her Instagram, like she's just thankful for the money. The girl that got the $50,000.
Yeah.
Bomb.
Yo, I was looking like mad respect. The one that touched me the most is the family at the end that was sitting down and they was looking. But I'm trying to think, they set it up to make them feel like, did he just walk up to people? Like, how that work? Or did they set it up where people felt like they was waiting for something or something was going to happen? Because how the girl...
Like with the girl with the $50,000, I was reading her. She basically was out there supposedly doing a commercial to talk about scholarship, like people donating and things like that for scholarships and how important it is. And so she thought she was out there literally doing a commercial for the campus. So that's why they had people out there.
Okay.
So she didn't even know Drake was coming.
Oh.
So that's why you see the part, like, when she turns around, Drake kind of, you know, she's like, what, you know, what's going on? Like, what happened, you know? But she shows it on her Instagram, the actual somebody videoing it, and she's talking, and then he starts coming down, and people are like real quiet looking, and then she turned like, what's going on? And that's when she's like, oh my gosh, like, this is really Drake. So
let me tell you, I just mad respect. I know Drake probably would never hear this podcast, but mad respect to you.
Tag him.
I'm gonna tag him because, like, mad respect, son. Because I'm like, yo, so many people out here that got the memes. That was always my thing about celebrities. Like, I have people that I like, whatever the case may be, but I don't go hard because I feel like you're not doing that for me.
Right.
Like, you know, no disrespect to Beyonce and no disrespect to her beehives, but I just feel like, for me personally, I can't go all out like that because what's she doing for me?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go over the top like that because I'm out here struggling in these city streets and could just use a quick, at least 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a quick, easy one that's like a $10,000 to them is $5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can use it, but they not helping me out none. Saying around here going crazy. No, but that made me look at it different to see, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know a lot of celebrities are doing things, you know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to explain or whatever. Right. I'm just mad. I'm salty because I ain't getting the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not behind the scenes getting the help.
Right. But what you think about it, Jason? What you think about the God's Plan video?
You know, I really didn't know anything about it until the other day. I was on World Star and I saw a video of Drake paying for people groceries. Yeah. But at that time, I don't even think people knew it was going to be part of a music video.
Right.
But yeah, I give him props. So a lot of respect for doing what he did.
Yeah, because he didn't have to. I've been in that grocery store, baby.
Listen, you just said, just give me the whole
grocery store. I'm taking one of everything. Even if I don't use it. So now that's being extra greedy. We save that for the food stamps.
So you think anybody out there, you know, like how we all sappy over and everything, you know, there's a few people probably out there like, They just did that for publicity, you know what I mean? Hype it up and
Yeah,
to hype up, you know, sales and, you know, what you, I mean, you think is...
I haven't heard any negative reviews about it yet. Like, I haven't heard anybody say anything negative, like, oh, he did that for the, you know, for publicity or whatever.
Right.
As of right now, you know, everything that I'm hearing about it, people just really bigging it up. They just mad respect to Drake for that because, you know, people... They need that. And like when the guy at the end, the family at the end, you know, it seems like they've been trying to get help for certain things for a minute.
Right.
You know, when he had said a little clip at the end, and it's like, you know, getting that help, like him just coming and giving them that money like that, it's like, yo, you don't understand how blessed how much of a blessing that is for me right now.
Right.
So I just mad respect to Drake for that.
And it was authentic too. You could tell it was authentic. Yes. Even though I had to do my little research behind it, but you could see the reactions of the people. Like the one, like you were saying, the little family. Mm-hmm. They were just sitting there, and the lady just straight fell over.
Right.
When she turned around and seen them coming, like, oh my God.
Right. And it was another one that screamed, like they had screamed real loud. I forgot. And then the kids, the teenagers.
I think the one with the car.
Yes.
He bought the car for the family.
Mm-hmm. He bought 2 cars.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Where he was at though? Like why
Miami.
He wasn't over here? I know he was like, but how he that close and he wasn't over here? Because he could have, like, you know.
I'm trying to say, you know, I'd be like, dang God, why wasn't I in the vicinity when that was going down?
Puffy, like, it's your turn now, Diddy. It's your turn. Dang.
Somebody.
I need a heads up though when somebody was
come
coming
to Orlando, man. Come to Orlando because I'm trying to, man. I need a blessing, for real, for real.
So, I mean, basically, though, really, when you think about it, there's other entertainers that really do that.
Yeah.
It's just that Drake, the idea of him doing it, kind of putting it out there for the world to see it. Right. You know, like, okay, I did this video. And I guess it's the concept behind it. Like, I made a video. I could have spent $1 million on a video, but I spent $1 million. How about we just video me giving $1 million back to the people? Right. So, is it fair to be like, give Drake all his love when there's other, you know what I'm saying, celebrities out there doing it more? Because it's probably how we know this ain't Drake's first time getting a little $1 million.
I mean, I think, like I said, big up to all the celebrities or the people out there, because Oprah, she big for that. Ellen, you know, they do a lot of giving to the community, like, you know, giving out to the community and stuff like that. Especially, I like how Ellen, when people get like big on social media, like, they do something like the other day, the kids that got into the colleges, and when they videotape them when they reading the acceptance letters, and then when they get the acceptance and they get in, you know, they scream and they have everybody there, like, you know, and she had them come in. Ellen have a lot of just everyday people come into her show, right, and, you know, bless them and stuff like that. So, I mean, big up to all the celebrities or the people out there that's out, you know, just, you know, looking out for the community, looking out for the people, because there's so much people that need, like even what you did for Valentine's Day. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, guys. Look what hair can be. Oh, shoot.
What you do?
So for Valentine's Day, you know, that's the day, you know, single women be kind of a little sappy. And I was like, you know what? And I woke up that day and I said to myself, you know what? Why am I sappy? Like this, you don't have to wait to be loved. You can go ahead and give love to other people. There's people out there that need to be loved. And I said, what, you know, how about, first I was thinking like to just go out on the street and just pass out like roses to people on the street or whatever. And then I was like, nah, women, we're number one looking for love on this day right here. So I'm like, you know what? I thought about the shelter, and I visited the shelter with my church before. Mm-hmm. We did like a spa pamper day for them, did their feet and all that stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back there, and it was the safe house. Mm-hmm. And basically the safe house is for a lot of women that's been, you know, in abusive relationships, battered, all of that, kids as well. And so I'm like, you know, a lot of these women that's battered in there, they really didn't know the definition of love. Right. You know, that's why they probably was in the relationships they were in. And so I chose there. And I was like, you know, I called them up real quick that day. I did a couple calls in order to, because they're really, really private and really secure because of the demeanor of the women. But I spoke to a lady named Jen that day. And she said, well, let me find out if we could do it because it's kind of a last minute thing. Right. And I tell you, within 20 to 30 minutes, that lady called me back. And she was like, we got 40 women in here. How you want to do this? I'm like, I'm on it. Give me an hour. Let me tell you, I went in Walmart. I had people looking at me like, what is she doing? Because I literally was picking up all the boxes of candy and I was just dumping them in the cart. And then I went and got a whole bunch of roses and I just started dumping them in the cart. And people was looking at me like, even the cashier was like, somebody's lucky getting all this candy. What'd you buy all this candy for? And I'm like, for the women of the shelter. So yeah, I was able to go ahead and deliver it. Of course, I couldn't go actually on site because it's that security. I got to make sure I ain't coming in with, for somebody else. But they came in and they asked me, like, what made you want to do this? And I'm like, look, sometimes you got to share love instead of trying to worry about, getting it. Sometimes that's how you get your love. You know what I'm saying? About giving it to other people. Right. I felt so loved that. You don't even understand me doing that. I felt so good. Like, that was like the best Valentine's Day that I ever had.
Wow. I felt good just seeing that you did that.
Yes.
I was like, yo, all right, Tasha.
I felt so good. And then she even told me, like, they had a candlelight dinner for them that night. So she said it was going to come in perfect because each woman would get their roses and their candy for that night.
Right.
So I was like, see, we can make everybody else feel special.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Big up to everybody out there that's true. Doing things for the community, whether you're doing it for people to see or if it's behind the scenes. Yo, big up, because everybody needs something. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got something going on, and just a helping hand or just like a little nice word could change a person's life. You never know. What about you, Jason? What you got to say? You've been quiet.
I mean, it's always good to do good deeds, man. I mean, I feel like you always feel a better reward doing something than getting something.
Right.
So big up to everyone. And a lot of people like Tasha, she did it unanimously. A lot of these stars are like, I'm online and they're videotaping themselves, giving someone some shoes, some Jordans, or buying someone some food. You don't always have to do that. And in Drake's case, it was his for his music video. But like Tash, I really give you props because no one knows what you did.
Right.
Thank you.
Even the ladies who you did it for,
they'll never know who I am. Right.
All they know is that someone out there
thought of them.
That's true.
Right. So that's that big up. Like, that was a good deed right there.
I ain't getting no candy, yo.
That's all right.
Ain't nobody give me no candy. I'm just kidding.
You're gonna get something better than that.
Exactly. It's coming. It's coming.
Soon.
It's coming, girl. It's coming. So yeah, man. So and just to let y'all know on our Black Power picture, we got a lot of good feedback on it. People was feeling our pic. It was nice. I really like that.
Word up.
Yeah, so that was cool. And last week episode we were talking about Birth of a Nation. Jason had brought it up, and I did some homework and I went ahead and watched it between the two episodes. And honestly, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
What you think about it?
I think the movie was cool. I was good until he came to that realization, like, yo, we need to fight back, or we need we want our freedom, or yo, this is not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hurt him and it hurt me. Like when they was trying to send him to go preach.
Yeah. And
he seen the little Caucasian girl run out with the rope around the girl's neck like she was a dog. Yeah. And she was running.
Wow.
And the little girl had the rope around her neck and she running behind her. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And yo, he seen that and he was looking like, yo, what? But when he went on his killing spree and... Go ahead.
Why a killing spree?
See, all right, and that's the thing. Okay, I got so much to feel about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, when I say killing spree,
yeah.
Okay, so what would you call it? And this is what I was thinking. Wait, one question too. You know how thou shalt not kill, we were in slavery.
But
is it a sin?
In what context? Because there's another verse in the Bible that says there's a time to kill.
Man,
Are you speaking of? You know what I'm saying?
I know that's why I'm coming to my peoples about this, because I feel like when he was killing, is that held against him on Judgment Day?
Right.
His judgment. But I know why he was killing. Like, we were in slavery. Their families, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the families, they didn't mean, them black families didn't mean nothing to these slave owners. You know what I'm saying? They used them, abused them, and slaved them. So, I don't know if killing spree is the wrong word, but when he went and was killing the Caucasian folks to you know, like, guess basically payback, and I want to be free, I want my family to be free. What I wasn't ready for is when they were killing all the black people. They said they was killing until until they catch Nat Turner.
Yeah.
Nobody was safe until they caught him. So they was killing everything that they in sight.
Wow.
And when they hung the bodies from the tree, and then they played the song Strange Fruit.
Yeah.
Yo. And you just see the black bodies hanging from the tree.
Oh my God.
Yo, I wasn't ready. I ain't gonna front. I was not ready. I mean, I was cool up until that point.
What was your reaction after that?
I just was like, yo, I just kind of got emotional. Like, yo, like, I heard the Strange Fruit song. I love it. I've listened to it in different renditions.
Shouts to Nina Simone.
But I knew what it meant. I knew what the Strange Fruits were, but actually seeing it in context,
right?
That kind of like, dang.
So now when you listen to it, it's gonna be totally
different. Even though, like I said, when they was talking about strange fruits hanging from the trees, I knew what they were talking about, but actually seeing it, and they just, it was like, dang. And it was other parts. It's how they just was killing people like, yo, I don't care. Nobody's safe. And then when he went to go visit his wife, right before he gave himself in, she was like, yo, they killing anybody, everybody. They say they gonna kill anybody till they catch you. And when he turned himself in, because I guess he felt like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want these people to be dying like that. I'm assuming that was his thought. Mm-hmm. And after he saw his wife, you know, he was able to see her. He spoke to her, told him, you know, how he felt. And he turned himself in, and they hung him. And after I watched it, I Googled to get more information about him. And it was like, yo, they use his skin for like grease.
What the freak?
Not his skin.
What?
So after they hung him.
Yeah.
They quartered him up.
Right.
Chopped him in 4. And
chop off his head. So
they use pieces of his body as relics, like a souvenir. After and the rest of them, they smashed up his body into wagon grease.
Yeah, wagon grease, yes.
So basically, they just.
And they said that they did that to show an example, like if anybody else want to show out like that again, this is the repercussion. This is what's going to happen to you.
Right.
Wow.
So the evil of these people's minds, man, it goes far. Mm-hmm. It goes very far.
Crazy.
I mean, when I say I wasn't ready, I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. I had a dream last night, and I don't know if the dream was due to the movie or what, but I had a dream that it was like when I was a kid, we had bunk beds. Me and my brother on the top, I'm on the bottom. And I was in the bed, and it was like I had a vision that it was gonna be an explosion in my right there. And I'm laying in the bed, the explosion, I'm under the sheet. In the vision, it was a big explosion. You see the fire, like, you know, the flames coming to me. The vision, I woke up out the vision. And then I was laying in the bed, and in the actual dream, it was an explosion. And my whole, like, we in the bed, and skin burn off, like everything, fire. But I don't know, it was like top sky was walking the room. I'm burned up, I can't talk, and I'm crawling to her, and I'm like, call 911, but it couldn't come out. Like, I couldn't say it.
What?
Yes. And I was like,
why I don't watch
yo,
no TV.
and that's why I
watch television.
that's why I was like, yo, I ain't ready yet. I ain't ready yet.
Man.
Because it's like I want to go deep into researching, like, slavery and black history and, you know, what we went through. But it's like that joint gets so,
it'll get to you. Yeah.
Yes.
It'll get to you.
Yeah, I mean, so Nat Turner was someone I always admired from a young age. You know what I'm saying? I think what drew me to him, excuse me, is that, you know, growing up, you always hear about people always being submissive, and I never liked that. I always felt like, yo, so nobody fought back, like y'all was okay with this,
right?
And Nat Turner was the first person that I ever read about who actually fought back. And now that I'm older and I've, you know, read other things, there's so many people that fought back. It's just that his story is the most famous.
Right.
People always fought back.
Right.
And at that point in time, America was like on their P's and Q's because there were so many slave revolts going on. Right. There was a lot. It's just that Nat Turner's story is the most famous.
But the thing is that I don't understand, because like I said, I Googled it after because I wanted to learn more about him, like what caused him to rebel.
He said that God spoke to him.
Yeah, right. So I researched and he said God spoke to him and told him. And but the thing I didn't understand is how come the information on him and his family is so limited. I didn't understand. Like, even I Googled his wife, Cherry Turner. I wanted to get more information. What happened to her? How come? What I want to know. I don't know if you know. How come they didn't kill her? How come they spared her? And that was her husband.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they spared her.
I was wondering that.
I could only imagine though that part of the reason why his story is so limited is because why would they want that story to get out? Because it was somewhat successful. Even though he died, it was successful because that stirred fear in people's heart. They were scared.
Yes, they was. You can tell in the movie them folks were scared.
Yeah. But America was on their toes, period, because you had a dude named Conrad Vesey who gathered up so many people. It failed, but the amount of people that he gathered up, it was crazy, right?
Right.
As a matter of fact, the last mass shooting that we had, not the one here in Florida, but the other one in Carolina, the one with the boy
in the church.
Church, right? Okay.
That church was a church that Conrad Vesey gathered everybody up in.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, there was so many. Like there's countless, but we don't learn that because they don't want you to know.
They don't want you to know that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like they don't want you to know about the Haitian Revolution. They don't want you to know that people actually fought back. And some people were successful, some people were not. And even the ones that were not stirred up so much fear in the hearts of many that it deterred them from doing what they were trying to do. You know. But one thing that I feel like Nat Turner was kind of gangster, right? Because even in his death, when they was hanging him, and there's written accounts of this. When they used to have picnics with the family, the little kids and mother and father and all them, watching the lynching of men and women and children, they would get a kick out of the best part of the lynching was watching them squirm, taking their last breath because they were squirming, kicking their feet.
Right.
Nat Turner didn't even want to give them that.
Wow.
Kind of,
that man. Yo, when I say he was still.
When they hung him, he stayed still.
He stayed still.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know. I noticed that. But I didn't even know that was why.
The background of it. Yeah.
Yo.
I'm not even sure if they try to portray that in the movie. But when you read about him, This
was
is
that
what
type
he
of
said.
guy.
But if they were one, and that's it, because that's what was in my head. I said, oh, he went out like a G.
Still.
You know, people be, you know, when you hang people, they kicking and
like
you know, trying to fight.
He wasn't even trying to fight.
That man was like, he was ready. He was ready. He was like, listen, my job is done, because the young dude that was with them, the youngest one, it looked like he became a rebel, because at the end they showed him leading a crew of men into fight, into war. Right. So, you know, I felt like he knew his job was done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I did what
I had to do. I showed my example. I said, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that it's possible. We can fight back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it can be successful.
And see, that's why I don't call it a killing spree. I feel like there was a war going on.
Right.
So in war, if people are coming to kill, like we go to war, America goes to war.
It's retaliation.
And not even just retaliation,
just
but
natural kind of.
This is war. That's natural consequences of war.
Right.
People kill. If you coming to kill us, we have to fight back.
Right.
You have to fight back.
Yeah, and I never even understood the name, but after I watched the movie and I reflected, I was like, yeah, the birth of a nation. Like this, what they were going through, it gave birth to this war. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, all right. So this is the thing about the title of the movie. Birth of a Nation. The original Birth of a Nation was what was that, in 1920 or something, maybe even before that. This is back when there was no sound in TV. It portrayed black people as black men as animals, and like we're just out there to rape white women, whatever. And it showed the Ku Klux Klan as this valiant savior of America, coming to save white people from this animalistic black man. And that movie was called Birth of a Nation. And it was a very patriotic movie at the time. Right. So he now just like. Alright, so he took this movie and named it Birth of a Nation as to take back that hurt that he caused. Right. That they caused with that movie. Oh. Because you have to remember, back in those days, the number one crime a black man could commit was sleeping with a white woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's where that whole thing came from. Yeah, it's from that original movie.
Yo, I love that movie. It was so good, and it was deep though. Like I said, I don't know. I wasn't 100% ready. I didn't even think it was gonna be so graphic. You know, even when they cut the Caucasian white man head off, when he why? Okay, the one dude, when they went to the one house and he was like, let me get this one, let me do this one, and he went in there and he killed him. That was his master. Oh. So you wanted to get him, get that right there. No, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I'm not about killing. I'm not about violence. But sometimes you have to meet force with force. You know
right. It was that time.
Sometimes you have to meet economics with economics.
Right, and that was that time where, listen, we had to fight. Yeah. You know, because if we didn't fight, or people didn't try to fight, Malcolm X, Martin, Garvey, all those people, whoever, Rosa Parks, whoever, all the people that stood up, if they didn't do that, if we didn't put our foot out there, we probably would still be in bondage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If people didn't fight, even though they were made an example, at the end of the day, their legacy live on. Yeah. They was made an example, but their legacy live on. And these are the reasons, these people are the reason why we are free. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to an extent.
To an extent, but we got to give them, I feel like, a lot of these people are the reasons why we're free.
Yeah, I feel like even people who you might have disagreed with their methods, I feel like there was a place for all of them. There was a place for everybody, man.
Right. Yeah, that movie was deep.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, watch it. Trust me.
Definitely watch that. Should I watch in the daytime?
I mean,
you had the nightmares. I can't.
It's not like that.
It's not like that. That's the only. Like I said, that part when they went to war, that was like to me the most deep part of the movie because it was like nobody was safe and it didn't matter. Like we killing.
Yeah.
But otherwise it's a good movie and the message. You know what I'm saying? Like it made me want to know more. Cause it was late when I finished watching it, and I still was on Google researching, trying to find out more about Nat Turner, cause he had me interested. I was like, yo, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? I want to know more. So it was a real good movie. I would suggest you go watch it.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
I got to see the other one too. It was another one.
12 Years a Slave?
Yes.
Where y'all be at? What y'all doing?
I heard.
What y'all doing?
Listen.
But y'all watching all the slackness though.
I don't watch
television.
I don't watch reality TV, but I do watch
Real Housewives of Atlanta. You be watching?
I don't watch none of that.
I haven't watched none of that stuff.
No, I only watch Walking Dead. That's my show right there. And How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay.
Like that, but I don't watch no reality TV. Okay. I used to watch reality shows, but I stopped watching reality shows when I saw how African American women were being how they were being portrayed, and I felt like a lot of them had so many opportunities through these shows, and they out here acting a donkey. And I took it personal because, like I said, I'm out here struggling in these city streets. I mean, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My family good. I'm not saying I'm struggling like that. But, you could always do better. Right. And I feel like they have it where they can think of an idea and they can get that idea out there. We could be sitting on ideas that could be mad successful, but we don't have the platform to put it out there. So it's like, dang, we sitting on good ideas, but how do you get that idea out there? And they have the platform to put their ideas and things out there, and they sitting around here acting foolish, doing all this extra stuff, fighting this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Right. So one day I just got turned off by it. And I never just never watched it again. Stop watching it.
For me, I used to love reality shows. Shoot, Bad Girls Club was my favorite.
Oh yeah, that Bad Girls Club was a true.
But after it just started getting it was so scripted, and it was like, all right, we already know it's gonna be a fight. We already know they're gonna bring the baddest one here trying to fight for their title. But I stopped watching TV I keep telling y'all, I started watching TV like 5 years ago. News to me, everything in the news is bad news. They never want to tell you the good news. These shows is just people. I just start watching how everybody is like robots, like slaves to the TV. It's like you see my mom, everybody, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I gotta go home because this comes on tonight. Tuesday night is this, Wednesday night is this, Thursday. You don't even know whatever you can't even focus on your household because you worried about what show come on and this come on.
That's true.
So after a while, I was like, yo, I'm done with it. So I couldn't tell y'all what's coming on, what show.
Me either.
It's good and it's bad because we in Florida, you gotta be watching the news just in case dang hurricane come through because I didn't even know Irma was coming, honey. I was like, I seen one in the supermarket. I seen all the shelves going out. I was like, what's going on in here? A hurricane. I said, shoot. So it's good and it's bad, but at the same, because you do need to know what's going on, right? But I am on the internet a lot, so I do see a lot of stuff.
Most of the stuff I know is from
the internet, right? So if it's not like blowing up big, and I'm checking my emails and stuff, and I don't see nothing, then I'm like, okay. Otherwise, in that TV, I can do it.
I don't even have a TV in my room. I don't have a TV in my room, so I don't watch TV. My friend always tell me, she be like, Tosh, you need to know what's going on. Especially in the morning, like with traffic. But she know I don't watch TV, so when something happened, an accident, she just hit me up. Yo, Tosh, the accident on I-4, take a different route. For real, right? But I don't have a TV in my room. But the reason why these movies, I've heard of them and I know what's going on, is just that, like I said, it makes me angry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get angry because then I'm looking at.
But why does it make you angry though?
Because I'm like, yo, you did this to us. Even though it's not.
But who's you?
I'm going to use your word, Caucasian folks. Because I noticed you don't say white. I was listening to our episodes and I was like, yo, Jason don't never say white.
Why you don't say white?
You always say Caucasian.
I never realized that.
You never use the word white?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, on the episodes when I be listening, he say Caucasian, and I be over here like white, and I be like, wait, I wonder if he always say
I mean, I don't think it's for a reason.
You say black for people?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the Caucasian folks, it's not everybody is out to, you know what I'm saying, to get you or whatever, but just watching it just make me feel some type of way. I just get angry. I don't know why. I can't really explain why, but it just make me feel.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. But yo, it's history. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't personally, I don't try to understand it. I don't research to get angry, but just to understand certain things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And see where my past came from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just so hurtful what our ancestors had to go through.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. What do you know about your history, about your ancestors?
Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
Yeah?
Like I can't.
You never asked your grandparents?
I asked my grandmother, but because I be having those talks with her, like, grandma, like, what was your mother like, and blah blah, but she don't really give a lot of details.
Yeah.
About it. So I really don't know much about my past. But was it you or something I seen on the Instagram or Facebook or something? I think I think it was on the Breakfast Club asking what's the difference between doing the ancestry research and the DNA stuff.
That was the Breakfast Club.
What's that about?
I guess Charlemagne was talking to Chadwick Boseman about the movie. Mm-hmm. And Charlemagne was just saying that he did the Ancestry.com, whatever, and that would tell you what part of Africa you came from. Mm-hmm. Chadwick Boseman said he didn't do. He did African ancestry, and that would tell you not just what part of Africa you came from, where your ancestors came from, but the tribe that you came from. So it goes deeper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you know what tribe you came from, you would automatically, you could find out and research the customs that you were held before. And I'm on that same path. I've been doing research for a while. Find out some interesting things about my past. And I'm still researching, right? So I'm Trinidadian, but come to find out, and my mother used to tell me that we were our family, that we were Americans, and she would say that the American without the A. So, make a long story short, what happened was the War of 1812. America and the British were fighting. So what the British did was they went to slaves in the South and told them, yo, if you fight for us, we'll give you freedom. So two of my ancestors who were slaves in Georgia, they escaped slavery, they ran away, fought for the British against the United States. And since they fought for the British against the United States, they couldn't come back to America. So they gave them asylum in a British colony. Remember, the Caribbean was British.
Right.
So they gave them asylum, they sent them to Trinidad. And they went to a place called Moruga, and they were set up in companies, fifth companies, military companies, whatever. And my grandmother, that's when my grandmother was born, in Moruga, Trinidad. And that's how that's how my family got to Trinidad. I didn't know that. And this is my mother's side. So my cousins and I have been doing research, and we are lacking about 100, maybe about around 100 years. We're trying to trace our family all the way back to Africa, but we have a few gaps that we're trying to fill right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you know we've been tracing our lineage, so that's where we are. On my father's side, I know y'all probably gonna laugh at this right here, but I have a cousin who she's a queen in Africa. She living right now.
So why we gonna laugh?
Huh?
Why are we supposed to?
That sounds crazy.
It sound crazy.
Her name is Queen Sheba III.
So
and I talked to her on Facebook and all that.
So she ain't gonna hook us up.
I know.
Like,
but this is what I'm saying. If I ever get the opportunity to go home,
you ain't never going back.
But if I go and they treat me like royalty, I'm not coming back.
You mean
ain't
Africa?
coming back?
You talking about Africa?
Yeah, if I ever go and they treat me like royalty, I'm not coming back here.
What you mean? Of course you be treated like royalty.
Right.
What
But I don't know. Just because she's a queen, make me I'm
Listen.
her.
Nah,
her
you
cousin,
seen Black Panther? They gonna accept you with open arms.
They gonna accept you with open arms.
Nah, but they treat me like royalty, like she's a queen.
Right.
And I'm not even sure what country she's in, but yeah, but I won't come back here.
Listen, I've already told you I'm about to get my, if y'all haven't known already, I'm getting my one-way ticket. I'm going to get my one-way ticket to Africa.
Ghana?
To Ghana. I keep telling y'all, I keep telling everybody out there.
Right.
My hubby going to come from Ghana. So I'm going to go right over there with the people.
So that's where he gonna come from?
He gonna come from Ghana, baby. That's where he gonna come from. I'm gonna just go ahead and take it on over there, you know?
Yeah, and you out.
I'm out. One way ticket,
Wait,
I'm out.
What happened to the traveling pants, son?
I'm gonna have to hit y'all up from over there. We figure something out. We gonna record. You know, I'll send y'all my record. Whatever, we'll figure it out.
You on contract, son?
That's all right. If not, I'll bring y'all over there. You know.
Y'all a mess, but
yeah, man, lineage.
But
I think it's important to look it up to find out. Like
It's a lot of research,
I'm
though.
Nigerian.
No wonder.
I'm Nigerian. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what.
Yeah, that's good or bad. Cause you know they say Nigerians will climb your backside, yo.
Oh God, Lord,
Gosh, you a damn fool.
Yo.
But wait, how we know this information is accurate though?
Exactly. See, I
That's
just trace
another
back
thing.
to just where my great grandparents.
Like how we know this is
So
accurate.
right, so for me, my grandmother, she used to sing a song, in man, I can't remember the language, man. But the language, she used to sing a song. My mother knew it, and she used to sing it for me when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And the language comes from the same area. And also, my uncle just did the DNA thing, and placed him in the same place.
Really?
Yeah. So all three points of research has taken me to one spot. Yeah. And my grandmother, she used to say that we're Nigerian. When I was a little kid, she used to tell me that.
Yeah, you Nigerian, all right.
How you know that?
So, I know my African man.
Yeah, I'm Nigerian.
True
I'm a
African.
Niger boy. Shouts to the
I mean, we
green
all
and
got
white.
shot a little bit of African. Listen, that black. Let me tell you something. That gene, when it comes to that black gene, boy, it can't hide. I don't care how many times you mix it up, stir it up, it comes out. So listen.
Y'all might be Nigerian too, man.
I don't know. You got paid to do those tests?
Yeah, I think so.
You did it. You
I ain't do it yet. I'm gonna do it.
Oh.
I don't know if I have too much African in me though.
Why not?
I don't got the body like the African woman do. I got a lot of, let me tell you, a lot of European. We have Irish.
In your family?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We got Cuban going on. Shoot. We got, listen, it ain't too much. The black is there, but if anything more, like I know from my grandmother had that deep rooted, like straight up Cherokee Indian up in her. So her skin was like dark. It was that beautiful dark though. For my dad's side, like they were all dark, but that nice dark, you know.
Your pop's Jamaican?
Yep, my dad's Jamaican, and my whole family freaking Jamaican, man. It's just like, but everybody looks so different, but flat out Jamaicans.
Right.
That's it. But yeah, a lot of mix up in my family. So I mean, I know my grandmother used to always tell me stories about, you know, her mother. They were more Indian, and then you know, and then my grandfather, he had. So my great grandfather was like flat out like white, like Irish. So you know. So yeah,
I don't know nothing like where we from, what tribe, what nothing.
Well, I know that I am. What tribe we from, man? Hey, I gotta look this up right here.
I've heard I know one time, a long time ago. I don't know. I can't remember the tribe that my grandmother was from, which is my dad's mom, where her family came from. But I do remember, as far as her being with the Cherokee Indian, whatever. But I remember a long time ago, this man looked at me when I was in New York. I was working at this job, and he looked at me and he said to me. He said the same, and I remember, because back then I remember what the tribe she told me, but he said the same tribe that, like, where my grandmother was from, and he was like, you look like, then I'm like, how? And he said, because your eyes. Like, there's a certain, like, your face, like, your cheekbones and your eyes, and the way it is, that's from that. And I'm like, really? Somebody would know. But I guess if you educated with that background, you'll know.
If you go to, my cousin went, and he said that everywhere he went, people treated him regular. And everyone else that was with him, they treated like they were visitors. But then when they realized that he came from the United States, they was like, yo, you on a bus. Because he's like, yo, you from here. Because of the way he looked. You know, so they know who we are. You know, they know who we are, we just don't know who we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, my family is from the Yoruba tribe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess I need to try to move. Why you laughing, Taj?
Because I knew that too. Let me stop.
How you know that?
Don't
That sounds like an inside joke. How you know
Don't
that?
ask questions, Jason. Just know that I know a little bit of my history, my background.
Alright.
You don't know a damn thing. You don't know a damn thing. I can't. All right, guys. So I guess we are going to wrap this Black History Month type episode up. We got into a lot of little things. I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to do our Black business shout out. I'm going to go ahead and shout out, let me see who I got this week. All right, it's called Long Hair Don't Care Grow Oil. That's their Instagram page. Yo, I brought an oil from them. My hair is already thick, but that oil made the thickness just more ridiculous, and the growth. I've been using it on my hair and Sky hair. All natural oils. You'll check out their Instagram page. Again, it's Long Hair Don't Care. Spelled just how it is. And nothing on there spelled differently. So Long Hair Don't Care Grow Oil. So check them out. It says here, Long Hair Don't Care Grow Oil, 100% natural. Promotes thick, healthy, growing hair. 7 to 10 business days processing. So check them out. Black owned business. So that's my shout out. Who next?
So my shout out is, so you remember when we, took our little vacay, and I met this girl on the boat. She had these ill shades on, and I'm like a shade freak. I love shades. Normally I do my little name brand shades, but these shades was kind of funky. I had to get these. And a matter of fact, I decided to take the ones right off her face because I wanted them that bad. So if you come across, you know, you go to Instagram, you come across Bougie Bae. Okay, that's her Instagram is BOUGIEBAE. Okay, her website is www.thebougiebae.com. And they even have kid glasses now too, which is Bougie Baby. So definitely, I believe she does clothing as well, because it's a clothing brand. But she, you know, I know her for the sunglasses, so she got some ill shades on there. I will post a picture of me rocking my shades. I'm just waiting for that, you know, my fly outfit first.
And I think she said she got bathing suits.
Yes, she has bathing suits as well. Yes, I gotta get my summer body ready though for that first.
Y'all been working on the body. I've been in the gym, y'all.
You know what?
Been in the gym. And Jason, what you got?
Yo, so y'all know I'm on these t-shirts. Like, I always love t-shirts. Another company that has some real revolutionary, very woke t-shirts. Not just t-shirts, they have sweaters, they all kind of stuff, art, all of that. If you go on Instagram and check out Filler Print on Instagram, you'll see what I'm talking about.
All right. So that's our Black-owned business shout out for this week. We love you guys. Thanks so much for the support. Thanks for listening. Again, you can catch us on the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom on Instagram, and you can check us out on if you want to email us, travelingpantsforthesinglemom@gmail.com. And we are now available on YouTube, and it's the abbreviation TTPOASM.
How do you not know the own abbreviation?
Because, yo, it's kind of complicated.
Yo, everybody, the Traveling Parents of a Single Mom
podcast, but
podcast on YouTube.
TPOASM podcast on YouTube. Peace.
Peace out.